One of the most mysterious people I have ever heard of is none other than Dale Johnson. Dale is the man pictured on the far left. He is approximately 6'7" and is said to have gone completely insane after getting kicked out of a car club. He was kicked out for inappropriate sexual advances made towards other male members. He had only been a member for a couple weeks, but this was simply the first place he ever felt like he fit in. After being kicked out, he stole the club leader's blue 1992 Mustang GT and drove it into the woods. After crashing it, it was said Dale fled on foot and adapted to an almost feral lifestyle. After the car was stolen, the police were called. The search for Dale and the missing Mustang was on. After about a week, the police located the car, completely destroyed, out in the woods outside of Crosby, Minnesota. It was almost as if the crash would have been fatal for anyone involved. Because of this, it's assumed that Dale must have jumped out of the car before the collision. Dale's body wasn't recovered from the scene, but, large bare human footprints were found leading deeper into the timber. A week later, an elderly woman named Ella James called the police, claiming a large man had been trying to tip over her trailer. When police and reporters arrived, Ella's sincerity was really put to the test when she stated, well, she believed the large man could have been a Bigfoot. From then on, she became known as Crazy Ella. About 2 days later, two younger women were parked in a car, preparing to have sexual relations when what is believed to have been Dale stumbled upon them. They reported the being as a large man in black that could have been the local Bigfoot. Afterwards, the women, Debbie Marks and Tiffany Anderson, were given the derogatory name, the Looney Lesbos. After another few days, there was another sighting of Dale. Joe Harper and his sons, Gary and Ben, both saw a figure along a country road. Joe decided to get out of the truck to get a closer look. So Joe, who was kind of known around town as a local hog hopper, got out of his truck with a rifle in hand. After getting a closer look at the figure, Joe's son Ben, he just turned around and ran right back to the truck. But Gary, he stayed put as his dad raised the rifle and fired a warning shot right over the figure's head. After that shot rang out, the figure, which folks believed was Dale, turned around and just walked off. No real hurry. Joe then called the police to report what had happened. Joe later said he felt threatened and that firing his rifle at what he thought was another man seemed justified at the time. Still, Joe was arrested and charged with several firearm offenses, and to this day the Harpers are still known around here as the hallucinating Harpers. So, along that same road, Dylan Watson pulled over to relieve himself. After getting back in his truck, a very large figure, stuck its head into Dylan's truck and started grabbing at his crotch. Dylan ended up driving away and, he later reported the incident. After reporting what happened, Dylan was, kind of unfairly, commonly referred to as Dick Grabber Dylan, even though it was Dylan who reported being violated. Later that same evening, after Dylan's incident, another disturbance was reported in a small neighborhood on the edge of town. So while Stephanie Jones was getting undressed to go to bed, she suddenly noticed a large figure outside her window. She started screaming and, the figure ran off. When investigators showed up, they took multiple pictures around Stephanie's home. Upon further discussion, Stephanie admitted she had not been getting undressed, but had actually been pleasuring herself while naked on her bed. The investigator then asked Stephanie to go inside and undress so he could photograph her to replicate the scene. Upon hearing this request, Stephanie's boyfriend chased off the investigator. After the incident became well known around town, people began referring to Stephanie as Slutty Stephanie. With all these sightings, one thing is for sure, the disappearance of Dale Johnson was just the start of a large local paranoia. To this day, no one has seen Dale again, and the so-called Bigfoot sightings are fewer and farther between though. Was Dale Johnson the Bigfoot everyone had been reporting? Well, you be the judge.